Hi, Armored Pants here, and I have another video for you in the German line. This is the Tier 7 Heavy, the Tiger 1, and we have a complete guide for you. As always, we're going to start with the tech spec, and we're going to look at it using blitzhanger.com, which is a great asset, and I hope you're all using it now. I might add, by the way, that the Tiger 1, along with the Tiger P, are perhaps my favourite tanks in Tier 7, favourite heavy tanks. I think they're brilliant. I slightly prefer the Tiger 1 actually, because I just like the way that it's so manoeuvrable. It's fast, has great traverse speed, etc. It's great fun to play. It has an 88mm gun, which is brilliant. It's very accurate, and I use a supercharged and refined gun on this. Why? Because I want to maximize the penetration and I want to minimize penetration loss over distance. The DPM on this tank is pretty good. It's pumping out rounds at 5.5 rounds per second, and also with the 88mm gun, you're going to do a lot of penetration. Even using normal AP rounds, if you're up tiered, APCR will go through everything that you come up against. And there's a lot of pen on the HE, so make sure you have HE rounds loaded up, because they will go through all light tanks and the back and sides of medium tanks. Its forward speed is 44 km/h. It also accelerates quickly, so it's a really mobile tank for a heavy tank. So you could describe it maybe even as a heavium, a heavy tank that can do medium tactics. Like its predecessor, the 3601H, it has a turret which is very difficult to pen, and you can see the gun mantlet takes up most of it, and that can't be penned. So it's very difficult to pen. So if you're only showing your turret, it is a tank that will perform for you and bounce a lot of shots. And it has it's basically vulnerable, of course, at the back and at the sides, like most heavy tanks. We can see here, looking at it, it is a hold down tank. If you get hold down on it, just a turret showing, it's almost impossible to penetrate. Very, very small target. But you can penetrate it, and we'll actually see me doing that in the game when I come up against a Tiger 1 in my own Tiger 1. But the tank is just brilliant. You're going to really enjoy playing this tank. It's fast, mobile, agile, brilliant gun, great DPM, pumping out around every 5.5 seconds. If you come up against a Russian Tier 7 heavy tank, you will absolutely pummel it. If you take the IS, for example, really long, almost 15-second reload speed, you're going to put 3 rounds into him for every 1 he can put into you. And if he bounces or misses that shot, then you're going to put 6 into him for his 1 miss shot into you. So, you can really pummel Russian tanks if you get into a brawl with them. The traverse speed on this tank is amazing. Many medium tanks really come a cropper when they try to circle at death this tank. If you move the tracks, technique perfected by Michael Wittmann and his team in his own Tiger, if you move the tracks and turret at the same time, this thing will traverse like a beast, and you will smash the crap out of something that's trying to circle at death you. So it's a brilliant brawling tank as well. So it's just a great all-round tank, and lends itself to many, many different tactics: standard heavy tank play, medium tank tactics, etc. And it's just a tank that won't disappoint. Now, before we get into the gameplay, somebody asked me to show how I load out the equipment, etc. So no problem, I'm happy to share that with you. So let's just buy some camo first. I just bought this Tiger 1. Let's buy some camo. Let's see what looks good on it. Yeah, let's take this one, whatever that's called. Put that on for the summer and the desert. And then for the winter, we will go for this 9 lives, this special camo. Let's get it while it's available. It has some credits, and I have a lot of credits in the bank, so let's get that. Now let's load up the consumables, let's load up provisions, and let's load up the ammunition. Mostly AP, a little bit of APCR in case I'm up tiered, and then some HE for the more vulnerable tanks around. And then just increase the HE a little bit, because I do want to be able to pen tank destroyers, etc. Oh, I've got a container. What's in this? Probably a load of crap. Yep, the normal crap that you get, just some boosters or whatever. But as I have them, let's use them. Now let's load out the equipment first. So I am going to go, as I said, supercharging the gun, enhanced armour, enhanced control, improved control, and refined gun. Let's pop in those boosters that I just won, or got, or whatever it is, and then off we roll. Okay, so that's how I load it out. That's how I load out most of my heavy tanks. In fact, that's how I load out a lot of my tanks, even medium tanks. And I always use gun rammer. Other people have different preferences. They don't use gun rammer. They prefer to use the improved shells, but actually I prefer to use the gun rammer because I like to fire as many rounds as possible. As I said before, if I get killed in a game, I don't want to be for a lack of shooting back. And using the refined gun and supercharge, make sure that you're going to pen using the gun rammer, because the supercharge increases the muzzle velocity significantly on the gun once applied. So looking at the map here, looking at the tanks on the opposition list and the tanks on our list, I decided to go for BC. So just tell my compatriots, guys, let's go to BC. There's a nice fella there, wishing us good luck. Return the favour. You too, my friend. Let's go. Now I'm going to go for B. I'm pushing on. As you can see, the tank accelerates very quickly. I'm moving here almost like a heavy tank. Almost like a medium tank, sorry, for a heavy tank. I'm going to go for safe capture here. What's safe capture? Well, I'm going to side scrape into this building, adopt a position where I can bounce shells if anybody comes up here. So I'm capturing, but I'm capturing in a safe position. I'm not sitting out in the open. Just look at that position again. This is basically side scraping. This is the angle to take with your armour vis-a-vis the building. So as you can see, anything firing down has nothing to can only see acute angle of my tank. If they fire down any shot, it will bounce off the side of the armor, and that's side scraping 101, and you will need to know that for playing heavy tanks. Now here is my little brother, the VK3601. That bounces off his frontal armor. Now I'm side scraping here again. I'm only showing him angles. He does get one into me, we get one into each, but now I have a faster reload. I was going to push up onto him, but the Panther came, push one into the Panther. Now I'm trying to make angles. I'm backing off, making angles. Panther's afraid to come out. VK36 doesn't push on. I'm back to side scraping position here again. Now we get into all sorts of a pickle here now, because we are getting in a crossfire here, and this is really bad. We need to get out of this, extricate ourselves pretty quickly. So what I decide to do is I decide, bugger this for a game of soldiers. I am absolutely just going to push on here. I'm going to use my DPM and try to clear a path for us, for me and the KV to push our way through. KV does well, takes out one tank, and we've cleared that from 3v2 situation to 2v1. Now push on, use my DPM. I could load up to HE here, but I don't know what's around the corner, so I keep AP. I was going to ram him, but then again I didn't want to push out in case I got smashed, so that was cautious play. Now I am pushing onto the Panther, put one into him, and now I'm going to side scrape onto the Panther because I have a superior armor profile. So I'm side scraping onto him. There we go, bounce. Another round into him. I'm going to track him again. Now he's used up all his kits. Bounce again, and now just look at that sequence of play. Let's have a quick look at it. Track him, bounce. So you can see this is the angle to the building I was using earlier as well, and then again another bounce, and then I pop out, and then I'm going to track him again. So track him straight through the drive wheel. If you want to track a tank, that's how to do it. You put a round straight through the drive wheel. I know I have an 88mm gun. It's going to go right through that drive wheel and destroy the tracks. Track him again. Now he's blown both of his repair kits. So now he's in all sorts of trouble. Bam. I bounce again. And then when I come out, I track him again. Now back to the game. And we can see here now I take one shot there, but then I clear him off. Now I've got my Tiger coming in at me, but I get another bounce from him. Now this is what I mean earlier. See, APCR will go through the turret if you hit that small vulnerable piece either side of the mantlet. Put a round into him here. I'm trying to side scrape, but he's got a bigger gun. He's probably firing APCR on me, so it goes through. And what I did there was I counted that round. So basically I counted his reload, 1,000, 2 1,000, because I know it's 5.5 seconds. I know he hadn't dropped adrenaline. So now I come back, and now I pre-aim the gun, pre-aim the gun, so when I pop out I don't have any aim time and bam, clear him. Just have a look at that pre-aimed gun again. What I do is I line it up with the target through the building, so when I pop out I don't have any on target time, and just clear that tank straight off. And that's pre-aiming is something we've discussed before, and it did on the T25 and the Panzer 5.4 review, etc. And this is something which can really help you, and I recommend that you practice that as well. So there we go, almost 3.7k of damage, 4 kills, mastery badge, the Tiger 1. It is a great tank, as I said, and it's definitely something you're going to enjoy playing. But I would recommend, before you go up to tier 8, which is really heading into the high tiers, that you play a lot of tier 7 games. The Tiger 1 is a great tank, it's fun, you're going to have a great time playing it, you can be very successful with it. So spend a lot of time in tier 7, play hundreds of games here before you decide to go up to tier 8. Always I say this, but I can't emphasize enough how bad it is to move up to a tier before you're ready. You're going to get smashed, your teammates are going to be unhappy with you, you're not going to enjoy it, and all your statistics, particularly your win rate, are going to plummet. So don't do it, bad idea. So anyway, that's it. Let's have a look at a recap on the key points of this tank, which is, as I said, a brilliant tank and one of my favourites in tier 7. So this is a typical German heavy tank in that it has somewhat decent armour, it's mobile, and it has a great gun, and it's very accurate and will pen almost everything, and with APCR will pen everything, and also gives you the options of using HE. You should use supercharged and refined gun in it, at least that's my recommendation, and it's always worked for me so far. Front on, this is a bully if you are the top tier, but if you're not the top tier, be aware that you can get hurt. It has very good muscle velocity, and this will allow you to hit tanks from distance. It makes long range shots a lot easier, and the refined gun decreases your penetration loss over distance, so the tank can be used for brawling but also for long range sniping. It's a side scraping monster, and as you saw that in the game, bounce a lot of shots. And the next in line is the Tiger 2, but please take your time getting there, because you really will need to practice here, get proficient in tier 7 before you move up to tier 8, because then you really start to play with the big boys. There will be a full guide of the Tiger 2 on here as well, so please review that as well, have a look at it, see if you like the tank, and one for the E75, which is tier 9 thereafter. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Cheers much, take care now, see you, bye.